Hello, I'm Kiara.
I'm Jasmine.
We're singer-song of Fandom, and today we're going to be reviewing The Raven King by Mackie Steve Butter,
Which is the last book in the Raven cycle.
The Raven cycle is about a girl called Blue, and she's grown up in this house of psychics. Yeah, she's definitely not a psychic, she's an amplifier. She's been told all her life,
If she kisses her true love, he will die.
yeah, it starts off with, it's the year that she's gonna find her true love and kill him. It goes along this journey with this group of boys who are the Raven boys, so there's, yeah, Raven boys because they go to Anglian B.
Agline B.
So there's Gansey, who's the leader. He's
Richard Gansey.
Yeah,
Jr.
Richard Gansey Jr.
The third.
He's the leader, so he's very
Charismatic, and his aim in life basically is to find this Welsh king called Glendower.
Adam
Parish.
he has a troubled home life.
He is from a trailer park, and his father's abusive, and he is on scholarship.
So then there's Ronan Lynch, and he's very troubled because he watched his father die in front of him. And there's Noah, and he's smudgy. That's a spoiler for the first book. So, if you want to go check out this series and you haven't, go do that now because it's really good. Now back to the book. Okay. We start where we left off in the last book. Neve and Piper have woken
A demon.
Yep, a demon, and Artemis.
That's what it is.
Artemis is back, and there is also the first dreamer, Gwenlyan. Yeah, Gwenlyan. So they're all staying with Blue's family, and it's this.
Not all of them.
No.
Piper and Neve and the demon.
Piper and Neve and the demon aren't. We come into it with the expectation that obviously this is the last book. Gansey's going to die.
Because, like, in all the other books, you've had this. It's been building up, and like you've reconciled yourself with the fact that he's going to die. You're like, I love you, but you're going to die.
And then
doesn't die.
The circumstances of the death obviously are very traumatic.
Ronan's dying
He's
because
being
the demon is unmaking the forest. Like, is unmaking caves water and unmaking Ronan through caves water, because caves water is apparently Ronan's dream creation. Adam's been taken over by the unmaker, and it's just crazy,
the only way to do it. The only way to save
the only
them.
way to shut down the demon and stop the unmaking of caves water is for a willing sacrifice on the ley line. Gansey is like, it's gonna have to be me. He gets Blue to kiss him, and
He dies.
as we all expected, he dies.
But there was a really good explanation for that as well.
Well, because Blue's an amplifier, she's like a mirror. She mirrors people's powers back. Gansey's heart was given to him by the ley line, and so it was also a mirror, and his was the weaker mirror, so it shattered.
After all that, he died. We were all prepared. It was very sad. And then
They're
Ronan
bargaining with
bargains.
caves water.
And we get this Gansey back, who's not precisely
Not
Gansey.
I don't know if that would then mean that Blue's curse was no longer
Yeah.
there, or what would happen with that. We just know that Gansey is back, and yeah, it's
Very interesting. I think also, obviously, Mackie Steve Butter wanted to leave it open for other books, and I like that in a way, but I was satisfied with the whole book as a whole. The ending is what I feel like. I feel kind of cheated.
There was all this build up and anticipation. You're like, Gansey's
like,
gonna die. What's gonna happen?
wasn't
How
like-
are they gonna react? I wouldn't necessarily have preferred him to die, but the fact that he was brought back, it almost seems like they found a loophole.
Yeah, it was like it's wrapped up almost too nicely. But then again,
because they all ended up in couples.
Yeah.
Because of Adam and Ronan getting
which
together.
we will discuss.
Yeah.
And of Ronan and Adam
Yeah.
figuring out their way, like what they're gonna do and their feelings for each other. And you see the side of Ronan though, that was what he might have been like before his father died.
Uncorrupted.
It was very cool that she waited till that stage for them to get together because they were more suited to each other at that point. Whereas obviously there was the sexual tension beforehand, but now it's the right time for them, which it wasn't rushed, which was good.
And the resolution for Adam with his father was really good, in that he was able to go back and stand up to him and finally get that closure that he needed, and just the being able to move on with his life and leave that behind him.
And how Ronan figured things out with Declan. And you saw, because in the Dream Thieves, obviously you see him more as the criminal type, and how he's off the rails a bit, and he has friends that aren't good for him. And then, and you see more of his dreams as nightmares, because that's the way his head is. And then in this one, you see it more as this wonderful, fantastical place.
Except not necessarily, because you also have the Unmaker.
Of course, yeah,
and
that's
all
not
all the terrible nightmares that his dreams are turning just into nightmares, and because of the work that Unmaker's doing in Cave's Water. Speaking of the demon and Piper and that, like, she was just a stupid character.
I liked how selfish she was as well.
Yeah, but like, how could you think that was a good idea to be selling off a demon?
It was whispering in her thoughts.
Yeah, true, but still, at the same time, it was like, you can't just transfer ownership. It's not something that you're owning, it's controlling you.
I liked the orphan girl.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what she was. Like, is she a creation of Ronan's? Is she a dream creation? In which case, how is she his dream buddy? Like, I don't know. Where did she come from? Why is she in the shape she is?
Yeah, because at the start I was like, okay, because I thought she was older as well. So I was like, okay, she's obviously a dream buddy, and I thought she was someone else, maybe somewhere else in the world, who was like a guardian for him in his dream, who could guide him through. And then you come to this book, and it turns out she's not human. And she's also quite young, even though it doesn't specify how young she is. Did it help the storyline in the last book?
Well, I mean, it didn't really have much bearing on it as
Which
such.
I thought it would.
Yeah, I thought there would be a bigger, like a reveal or something happening there, but it wasn't really explored hugely. And Mr. Grey trying to make the criminal underworld a better place.
That was... Mr. Grey's just brilliant.
Goals.
And with his old English poetry.
Kidnapping Henry.
Yeah, kidnapping Henry.
I thought it was really cool how we got to look at the dealing in supernatural goods and the criminal element of that world, and Declan and his part in that, and him trying to protect Ronan, which is a side to him that we hadn't really seen, and also through Henry and his family, and the way that you see them, how he had to keep a lot of secrets from his friends, and how he really just wanted to be friends with Blue and the boys because they would understand what he was going through, and the magical side of things as well.
I also liked how you could see how Blue and Henry were getting on, and how they could go travelling together if they wanted to. Yes, but if she hadn't taken the chance with Gansey and his crew, she would never have met him, and she would never had those experiences if they went on the adventures. So it was cool.
Well, I mean, at the end, her and Gansey were going to go travelling with Henry, and that was kind of cool because it was like, Henry was the third wheel, but I don't think he'd let himself be the third wheel. He'd make everyone else feel more uncomfortable than he was. So that was really cool as well, to see the dynamic between those three and the relationship, the relationships with each other that they had in that group.
Her writing. It reminded me almost of an essay where each chapter had a topic, almost.
There was repetition. It used repetition to bring all the characters in to kind of the same point, and to keep a common theme running throughout the chapters with the different characters. If you've read it, let us know what you think.
And leave a like if you like. Subscribe to see more videos.
See ya. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Good friends.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hey, hey, oh hey, now that's okay.
Oh, we see you, baby.